Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Dallas Cowboys. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You look at this Cowboy defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Prescott now on 2nd down.
47-yard line.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. This throw left side is caught by Tolbert. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Cowboys at 6-4 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On play action, Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. He was out there waving his arms. And when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found
touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you plan on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day, the only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening. But how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up second down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
And the Commanders' first down.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Man open is Robinson. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's good for 28 yards. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Commanders. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mention the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
A second down throw for Prescott. He's got it complete to Tolbert. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
This now a 3rd and 4. Now Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll run left with Pollard. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing. Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Prescott from the gun. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Here's a 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Prescott now. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Well, the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they go play action with Howell. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
On first down, Howell checks this one down to Robinson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside. And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
It's Howell with another throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just past the 35. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. In motion, that's Tolbert. Now Prescott. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Prescott. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always a...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Howell's throw complete to Dotson. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 1 yard to go on third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs. Now Howell. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here now, 2nd and 4.
At the 41-yard line.
Samuel going to go in motion right. And Howell will throw it. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
The Commanders' first down.
Off play action. It's Howell. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Mozzie Smith, he fought through to record the sack. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Cowboys' 38-yard line.
Howell down to throw it. Complete. It's Dotson. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
5 yards on the play.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Howell. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Well, a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
49-yard punt, 5 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get to it.
Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
51 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
A strong running. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Howell from the gun.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the 1st time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Howell throwing on third down here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides, look at him go. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Commanders have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked up by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
First down, Howell to throw.
This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Howell's throw taken in by McLaurin.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And once more, Howell back to the air.
This is caught. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Commanders 24.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But
that is intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. Inside the 20. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Another try from the 14 on 2nd and 10. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr., his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. I hope you've enjoyed your Thanksgiving. All tied, so you still got a reason to avoid Uncle Ed a little longer as the kick is away here. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. This is 1st and 10. Now Dak. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that, that can finish things off for them.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Prescott. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Here's Dak. Escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. Saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Second down, Pollard again.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this second half.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Now Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. From the left hash, this for the win. Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, right side. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they.